Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Headlander. So, here's an orange one. So this section won't let me.
Orange. It's the color between red and yellow.
Interesting. And what's this?
Not me.
There we go.
Defensive squat.
So a useless head that you can use. Which way do we want to go? We have, I imagine, something each direction, so just try to stay quick about everything. And this does strike me as we're either eventually going to find that you can't go a direction because we don't have the ability, or we're going to find that that it doesn't matter where you go. Activate a new ability, hopefully.
This is gonna tickle a bit. Well, look, see there. A hollow crystalline bounce shield. Y'all can use that to reflect lasers while you're flying your noggin around. But each time a laser hits your shield, it drains a bit of power.
So it's arguable that these upgrades are the thing that's going to cause you to have the Omega chip installed in your own brain. And I guess I can fly through these. Nope, even regular doors won't let you leave without a head, without a body. And so we found a heal station. So no longer do we need to be too worried about that.
Happy sees that you and shepherds don't get along. Happy recommends that you leave the secure zone right away. Happy can also see that you don't belong here. Would you like to know more about being an outsider? Happy sees that you and shepherds
So
get along.
there's a inconsistency of Mappy does not fit in these holes down here, by the way. Inconsistency as far as we've just downloaded this whole map area, so we can now get these satellites realigned. Yeah, ideally 3 lines of dialogue always after about 20 minutes of finding that to always be the case. One would you wouldn't have to consistently check. Ooh, this guy has some kind of he has some kind of 3-wave weapon. And the Patrol Red Tri-Split is what it's called. And interesting.
Discharge. Damage received. Critical damage received. Halt apparition. Apparition detected.
There's no way across, however. So we're gonna have to find somebody that has the ability to jump. I don't want to just blow up these guys. I want to knock their heads off. And see, that took more than I would have hoped. These battles are a little too tough. Really? Interesting. And in that case, the lockdown seemed to have just been triggered. The dirty jokes keep coming.
There's one of them satellite dish control stations. Y'all gonna have to find a way to bring down that there force field to get to the controls.
References to that movie. What was the name of that movie? Ah, I remember the name of the book that they were making reference to is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The movie they're making a reference to now is the Demolition Man. Yeah, that's the name of it. What is this thing?
Pull off that access terminal and dock in there.
Must just be a thing. So we gotta move the satellite. Is there a mini game to this, or are we just gonna wait till? So I guess we're looking at that tiny little screen in the left quarter of the screen and trying to make it either go.
And now a brief announcement from your friendly neighborhood shepherd. Citizens are instructed to.
That's one. 4 more to go.
Unusual activity detected.
Like, I have no idea if there was actually a minigame there, or if I just had to move it to that specific spot. And I guess there's no reason to come back over here. All the difficulty does seem to be built right into. Let's see how strong this body is. That's a little bit better. Seems to be built directly into navigating yourself from one place to the other.
I am far too advanced for this menial red access confirmed.
I want to feel again.
And this is just a heal station. Where we're collecting. Let's see. And if you just take your time, the shield can even be here. You just have to not leave it on too long. Oh, went pointed the wrong direction. Oops. Not a problem. I guess you could mostly just let the shield even take a hit from those shots. The buttons are a little weird. It's a little hard to keep in mind. And then certain areas clearly are designed so that these connectors or heads or whatever they are not ever rolling too far. I imagine that is simply to save it from becoming really frustrating or wasting resources.
Engage mode activated. Systems out. Resuming standard operations.
And there's like not even a reason to do this room yet, I don't think. And some of these lasers are receivers and not transmitters, which is a waste to have had a specific spot where you know where the laser is going to land. Interesting. Now with the laser though, there's actually no what am I trying to say here? Nothing that stops you this way. So you're looking, I guess, at the middle bar. I'm going left and right, and it can get up to this point, and then I think you have to go down and up. No, that's not working. Almost got it.
Unusual activity detected in the satellite chalet. Non-citizen.
Halt, non-citizen. Unlawful discharge. Illegal weapon fire.
Come on.
Weapons violation.
Come on. Take the guy out.
Unit has been damaged.
Red access confirmed.
I'm glad there's not like an animation.
Not opening. Orange, you glad I told you?
So now orange lasers bounce more and deal more damage than red lasers. Good to know. And so now we know what the whole deal is with the lower right color palette. That is different levels of security. We have a teleport station here. There's a thing we could probably collect there and there and there at this point, and probably some things we've missed or we're gonna have to go back and get later. This is the citizens. Let's see what they say.
You're a Taurus.
Here we've got a mappy. Be nice if we could just talk to him.
Autonomous map AI.
Let me scan updated. So let's see how this is gonna work. We need to go up here, and I'm not sure we can actually go back that direction and have an orange. In fact, I don't think we can get up there at all. I think we're going the right direction. I think this is the wrong direction.
Y'all can use that mid-range zapper to go back to the first one y'all found.
And we only have one place we can go.
Take the pleasure from the crystal.
The reason we want to come here is so we can not die. Notice the body kind of continues to walk after. So helmet power increased, 1 of 5 collected. Nice. And I now have one of these guys, so I could run back this direction, and I think that's the right move.
Things are only getting better.
There's 2 scenarios here. We also have a double line, which I imagine is it's probably our the type of weapon we have. Right. We are here. We never went down this way. And it's just a health station that we can connect to this. Increase helmet health. Two of 15 collected. This is probably the right move. This is either gonna waste a bunch of time or save a bunch of time if we're gonna try to get everything, and haven't looked. We'll have to see what percentage of everything we've done.
I can see time.
What is this? The high 5 lounge?
I can see through time. What it is, what it is. What it is, what it is.
And they high five each other.
What it is, what it is.
And we'll just see if the guys high five each other.
What it is, what it is.
And up here. And increase helmet thrust. So helmet thrust increased. Does that really change much of anything? Probably not. But it might make things a little bit easier. As far as the rest of the map, I don't believe there's... Well, there's still this and that. So there is more to this. It might save time to abandon the body and grab a different one. See if I went that direction. No, that won't work. You need this. And then... Seems like they're designed, well, not the most thought out thing I could ever think of. It does seem to imply that it's pretty easy to run if you're in a red security back to old areas, and I imagine that's how it's always going to work, is that in the old areas, if you're in the highest state, or even a simple security bot will have no real trouble dashing. This isn't terribly slow, but it is kind of slow.
Target acquired.
From sensation. Forever.
Target acquired. Damage received. Plotted. Mass anger. Resuming normal functions. Halt non-citizen. Illegal weapon fire.
This is one of those cases where you have to, I think, no, you just need a body to go this way,
Halt non-citizen.
and then, how are we on the map? Careful not to take too much damage. You gotta be careful now to fly in front of hidden things. So now we have 2 thruster increases. So there might be some levels that might be a few places where the only experience in the entire game that you can collect is doesn't.
Omega gem scanner.
Right. I suppose if I did pick a citizen, this might. I need the dog to run back this direction. Now. Not that. That
These
one.
are all guidelines to minimize any unnecessary destruction.
We haven't seen a single
Omega gem scanner is offline.
vacuum cleaner.
Everything is fine.
So the vacuum cleaner concept has now been replaced with the dog concept. I wouldn't be surprised if it's replaced again later on for a different concept. Here we have some kind of propaganda things. Probably reference to Portal and the Rat Man. Helmet power increased. And we need that dog to leave.
Time in the dumpling.
And even the dog's not incredibly fast. Like, so if there's one energy gem hidden
Satellite chalet.
somewhere like up in this section, without an ability to detect those things, that you're never gonna find it. And I don't have
Access denied.
orange.
Sad.
Also,
So I'm gonna have to go back and get the orange ability and either access this satellite and then work my way back this way, or just do this later. Then there's more orange things over here, and then just some red things over there.
Red access.
I suppose it does say something a little bit weird about this world. There's these shepherd patrol bots that will shoot you immediately, but your body is then uploaded to a new form. Isn't that the case? Like, So how do you get over there? Like, you can roll all you want. There must be a there is a trick to it. And quite a trick it is. Collect some more energy. I'm up to 4. That's 4 now. And it seems like reflecting the laser abilities doesn't even really take anything. So a slight issue. Let's go ahead and move this around with the left stick. The controls are still a little weird.
That's 3. Y'all got 2 more left.
Engaging intruder. True prepare for inspection.
Target acquired.
Punch.
Engaging intruder. Damage received.
And I suppose you can take this guy with you up here. And then roll this direction. But as soon as you've hit this point, you're stuck. So let's hit not this button, but this button. There's still a dog or some kind of ability that's missing right there. We didn't see any more dogs, and I don't particularly see a way you could get a dog all the way up here. So that's probably some kind of collectible. One would assume that if it's lighter grayish, then I've been in that room and gotten all the things. So the next thing is to probably go down this direction and align this last couple of things of satellites. We now have 2 paths where we can go and 4 upgrades. So body armor, your impact receptor algorithms were affected. So reduce the damage while in bodies. Body regenerates, discarded. I think I like this idea. So we can recharge. And by the time you spend the 8 points to get all of these abilities, you've pretty much made yourself immortal. I think that's a good idea. Regeneration. Of course, with more upgrades, the idea of more armor also isn't terrible for another 3 points. But that mirror shield isn't terrible for 4 points. Getting more melee, not really necessary. Getting more vacuum force and more vacuum strength doesn't strike me as apparently terribly useful either. I did want to get the headbutt, but in comparison, this more armor would be a lot better than that, and a double mirrored shield would probably be nice too. But I guess this is probably only when you're floating around in the head that you get the shield, not when you're fighting. So body armor is better, and then maybe regenerative. And as far as boost, we haven't even gotten that yet, and we've already upgraded it. And overcharge is the overcharge is going to be like the morph ball speed boost in Metroid games. And we can see we are at 15% complete. We found 51 of 298 rooms. That's quite a lot, honestly, but not as many as I guess I would have thought. I mean, was that 1/6 of the rooms? We found 5 of the 28 objectives, 7 of the 38 upgrades. Well, which means we're probably going to get all the upgrades and objectives a little bit earlier than finishing the whole game, or the objectives are going to become more difficult to get. There's only 15 more energy sacks to collect to level up, which almost assumes that you might have to do a new game plus on this to get everything. And if that's the case, I'm not sure there'd be a real reason to do that unless it unlocks a hard mode or something. Health collected, we've gotten 2 of 15. Power collected, 2 of 15. Thrust collected, 2 of 15. We're very much in line with what I imagine the game intended. And as far as the map goes, the little dot tells you what kind of body you have on. Interesting. Like, this is as far as I can zoom out on the map, and there's so much of the screen that's not being used in this. Why can't I just be full screen on the map, or have some overlay functionality? Why is there a line that specifically draws these things? Specifically draws the teleport stations, which are a circle with a couple of triangles, but looks zoomed out, looks kind of like a little green alien. That wouldn't be terrible if they did try to go with 70s alien stories before the Greys were introduced in Close Encounter of the Third Kind. The aliens mostly looked like humans, and they were not very standardized in what they were doing or what they were saying. So that would be an interesting side B plot, but I don't think we're gonna see it. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.